Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Sorry, my fault.
Happy Friday. Happy weekly wrap up. All right, we are going to dive right into our questions. We don't have too many today. Why is that? What is wrong with all of you? No, I'm just kidding. All right. So, Jenny Eggers, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you we're not going to address your question. So everyone, Jenny was wondering, what does a day in the life of two health coach, married couple, how do we get it all done? How do we work out? How do we take care of the kids? And we're also homeschooling too. That will be a separate one. That is a long thing. Some days feels like an insane asylum, and then other days we're like, this is the best thing we could ever do. So we'll do that separately. Okay, let's get right into Matt. He wants to know the benefits of a tracker and what do we use? Hey, Fitbit.
I'll take this one. And Matt, I kind of already covered with you, but it was a great question. So we both use Fitbits. You've been using yours, this new one, for how long?
Since September.
I got mine for Christmas, and it took me an additional month to actually use it.
This is normal for you?
I'll tell everybody what I told Matt. We do not believe in the over-tracking of your sleep and your steps and all the different things. And here's the Cliff Notes version that I gave him, and he agreed. So you track your sleep, right? And some of these trackers are great. If you want to spend the most money, the Oura Ring and the Whoop track heart rate and sleep and those metrics better. The Fitbit is the best at tracking movement, and the Apple Watch on all of these metrics other than steps is not as good. So the Apple Watch I'll pick on. People get caught up on sleep. They check their Apple Watch and it says that they did not get a good night's sleep.
Well, the Fitbit can do that too.
Sure. I don't use it for that. Anyways, you feel great in the morning. You look at your sleep score and it says you didn't sleep well. It automatically will, give you the placebo effect, or can, and change how you feel about how you slept. So all of the metrics and stuff, they're good sometimes if we're working on something specific. Don't use a device to tell you how you feel. They are good for heart rate, blood pressure, and your movement. So plenty of studies that people that use something, and even if it is an Apple Watch, that track their movement, they get more steps. So that's what you can spend $30, $30 and get a cheap one and just track your steps. Those are, but they're great.
Yeah, but they are. They definitely are. In my opinion, it's a fun addition. It is not a necessity.
No.
If your intention is to just get more movement, you can have that kind of intention without a watch bleeping at you to go and get up and move. But I like challenges. I like to challenge myself. I am very competitive with myself, and I think it's a lot of fun for me. I don't necessarily think I'm moving anymore with the watch.
Probably not, unless you look at it and you see, oh no, and you go and challenge yourself.
No, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Well, and here's the thing. One of the guys that we love and follow, kind of like the godfather in the health and fitness space, like Mark Sisson, he laughs.
He's more of a ancestral space.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Very practical approach. He laughs at all the tracking and says, just go for an intentional walk or a jog or a paddleboard.
Yes.
So that's what we're always telling people is just make it an intentional 10 or 20 or 30 minute walk or 1 hour. Just go do that.
Yeah, so, just move. We are an over-tracked society and
too connected to technology.
Yes, absolutely. So not a fan of it running our lives. It all has a time and a place.
Correct.
Okay. Very good. Do you want to go?
Take this one too?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Verity, inflammation, and Matt told me, what your guys' week look like. And what I said too is when it comes to a lot of social events, it's okay to just go to a social event and not eat. Sometimes I like to find out what is there, and there's been kids' parties where it's Little Caesars pizza and just cheap sheet cake, and I will just eat beforehand.
Yeah.
I've also just
politely
eaten
say no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not hungry. I already ate. I've also eaten just the toppings off pizza before, and that people ask questions and think you're weird for that one. So, but our question is inflammation and what causes negative effects. So what happens, you go eat, sugar and pizza and ice cream 3-4 times in a week, and you're not used to that, you definitely feel it, specifically aches and pains and just more inflammation. Mm-hmm. So sugar, alcohol, nobody likes to hear this one, but the gluten specifically in all of the American wheat is all very inflammatory. Dairy can be inflammatory, more of the, fat-free. The more processed something is, typically the more inflammatory. Yeah. So inflammation is linked to basically all modern diseases that plague Americans. So inflammation's not good. And it's not an inflammation that you can pop an Advil or a Tylenol and deal with it for. It's just this low-level inflammation that hurts. Yeah. If you eat a bunch of sugar one day, you'll wake up the next morning, your fingers feel tight, your toes, anywhere you've had an injury.
And so the term is systemic inflammation, and sometimes you don't even know you have it until you have removed these certain foods out of your diet for 21 to 30 days, sometimes even longer. You reintroduce it, and then you start to realize, oh geez, I'm puffy and I'm achy and I feel maybe bloated. So those are all.
Well, and here's a funny story. So there was there's another fitness coach who we have had a lot of laughs about, and she started coining the term face inflammation. And her program, she's figured out how to cure face inflammation. If you do a little digging, and the only research that comes up with face inflammation is from alcohol. Mm-hmm. And this girl, young and lots of partying and drinking.
Single, no family, like no kids, she's not a mom.
So basically when she quit alcohol, her face inflammation went away. So,
right.
And inflammation, most of it all affects your gut too. So inflammation in your gut can be the start of almost any kind of disease. I mean, it's cancer, it's linked to everything. So inflammation is not good. And chemicals and the foods we put in our body, sometimes the water you drink, the air you breathe, they all can lead to inflammation. So it's something to work on.
Yep.
Yeah, just remove the inflammatory things.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
We'll let you take this one.
Oh, yeah. So Corey, so cute. Her question was, is there like an adult code to getting up at 5 a.m.? How do I do it? So I went back to Corey and I was like, all right, girl, before I answer that question, I want to know what time you're going to sleep. Because, 5 a.m. is this like magic number for a lot of people. Like, I got to get up at 5 to be productive.
I wonder if that's why Jocko changed it to 4:30.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Corey, if you need motivation, just look up Jocko and 4:30.
Yeah. So anyway, so Corey's, in a nutshell, the question was, I need to get up early so I can get my workout in because the day is crazy and I just got to get it done. How do I do that? So my answer was, well, make sure you're going to bed at a decent hour so that when you do get up in the 5 o'clock hour, you're not sleep deprived. Okay, so number 1. Number 2, you want to set your alarm for the last, so not 5 a.m. if you know you're going to hit snooze until 5:30. If you're going to hit snooze until 5:30, set your alarm for 5:30. And then when it goes off, you count down in your head, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, covers off, you jump up. You interrupt your thoughts. You don't give your brain a chance to talk you out of it because your brain will, of course, that's what we do. We always try to find the path of least resistance. You can go get in the cold shower and that'll wake you up, or splash some cold water on your face and you just get after it. So remember, overthinkers are underdoers.
Ooh.
Should we say it again? Overthinkers are underdoers.
You're going to get hate for that comment.
I don't think I will. I don't think so. And perfection is a fancy word for procrastination. Yeah. So that's another one. I'm an overthinker. I want to pick everything apart. I want everything to line up perfectly. And I started telling myself, I was in the season of no for a long time. Now I'm in the season of doing. So I'm not overthinking. I'm just doing it and I'm getting it done. So yeah. And also, if you're not a morning person, getting up at 5 or 5:30 to work out sounds absolutely horrible. However, if you are in a season of your life where that is the only time and it matters to you to get it done, then you got to just suck it up. Don't overthink it. Set that alarm for the last possible minute and get out of bed.
Well, and the most successful people are all early risers. And that's a little bit, that's a loose term. It could be 4:30, it could be 6:30.
But listen, I'm a natural early bird, and I know a lot of natural early birds or people that force themselves to be early birds. And there is an arrogance that comes along with it. I have, like, don't burn daylight.
Yeah. There might have been a few little marital spats about you and your early rising.
Yep. So be humble. Be humble about it. Yes, you're cool. Go give yourself a high five.
I'm not a morning person. Like, and sometimes it does take work. And going to bed at a certain time, like I very easily can stay up until 11 and I could sleep till 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it's not
natural rhythm.
That's more my natural rhythm. So sometimes you have to make it actually feel good. You have to slowly shift things, go to bed 5-10 minutes early, get up 5-10 minutes early, and do that over a month. So
and I'm sorry to say, but sometimes it will suck. And you will have to just deal with the suck.
Your body will adjust if you just say, hey, I'm getting up at 6 o'clock, no matter what time I go to sleep, you'll be tired, you'll go to bed earlier, but your body will tend to adjust.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah, just sleep.
All right, so there we go.
Sleep.
All right, Kim, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, Kim, foods that help absorb more nutrients, and that's slightly paraphrased. So the best answer for that is eating fats. Fats will help you absorb more. You specifically said protein, but just fats in general help you absorb all the nutrients a little bit better. You'll see a lot of oral vitamins drops. They are all in MCT oil, which is just essentially coconut oil that's been spun down a little bit. So eating fats, you should eat fats at every single meal and you will just absorb more from your food.
Yeah.
The other thing to that is most people don't realize digestion starts at the mouth. Chew your food. Slow down, chew your food. If you're eating steak, red meat, chew it 20 times. I know it sounds funny. We're all in a hurry, but actually,
we've all heard that before.
Yeah, it's truthful.
It is.
Chew your foods thoroughly, and you will get better digestion. You will get more nutrients absorbed. The more the food works through the digestive system.
Yes, absolutely, and in turn too, you will have less if you tend
gas,
to feel
bloating.
Right, I was going to say if you
feeling full,
tend to feel really bloated, you will have less of that. You will be less gassy. So it really does help. And I'm saying that because I know moms can relate, but when I had Avery, I started eating like this. And I've just recently been like, all right, girl, come up for air.
Yeah.
Slow down. Tiger's not chasing me. It's going to be okay. And babies aren't crying anymore. Yeah, it's real. Okay, cool. That was great. Great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so her question specifically was protein, but you're saying just in general,
if you only care about protein, chew your food, your protein sources, chew them.
But eating
many more times
will help with absorption.
Correct.
Yes.
Yep. Fat's good for absorption.
Butter, baby. All right.
All right, Alex. And I'll take this one too because there was a little bit of sciencey stuff.
Oh, because I can't handle that?
No, you don't like science. Just kidding. Alex asked, what was it was more about like loose skin.
Yeah, exactly. So let me go ahead and start it. Alex wanted to know, Alex has had a baby in the past year. She's a mama of 2, and she was like, hey dudes, I still have a little bit of loose skin. Is there a supplement that I can take, or what can I do naturally to kind of help tighten it up? And I love that question because been there. Yeah. Still there.
A lot of times women stretch marks in pregnancy, they will ask the same questions too. So, and no, you don't like the sciencey stuff. You don't like to sound like a nerd.
Continue.
All right, Alex. The 3 things, we're going to fit them into one category, is collagen, protein, and gelatin. All of those things will help with elasticity and your skin actually creating more collagen. So lots of protein. There's nothing wrong with adding collagen supplements and even gelatin to the collagen supplement.
So like your collagen peptides, also collagen from your chicken skin.
Yep. And if it's not collagen peptides, your body does not absorb it like you want to. If it just says collagen, collagen peptides are collagen that are partially broken down. You absorb them better. They make your skin, hair, nails look better. So we just buy the collagen peptides from Costco.
The vital nutrients.
Vital nutrients, they're great. Funny enough about collagen peptides, if you have a nagging injury, they can, high levels of them, so 20 to 40 grams per day. There's also good research and then anecdotal research that people say it heals injuries. Things that would not go, Mark Sisson, what do you have, plantar fasciitis? And it would not go away. Yep. He started doing 50 grams of collagen every single day, and in 3 months, it's gone.
Yeah.
So
it's beautiful.
A lot of the experts that when they speak at an 8th grade level, collagen is the glue that kind of keeps everything together.
Oh, I love that. Keep it kindred.
So vitamin C will help with this elasticity, vitamin E, omega-3, and we already covered your gelatin, protein, and collagen.
Yes. Oh, you have hydration in there.
And hydration, yeah.
While not a supplement per se. Oh.
And hydration, most people don't realize hydration is not just drinking water. It is actually the electrolytes that push the water into the hydration into your cells.
What?
So we've started using the Redmond's Relight.
Yes.
And it tastes good.
Yes.
And I feel hydrated.
But even, I know we talk a lot about electrolytes. You can make your own electrolytes. You guys have seen the recipe.
Yep.
Just increasing your salt.
Your electrolyte jello. Yep. People like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that little video you did.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, and here's the second thing. And this one it might be a little controversial. There's people talking right now, like there's an article going around that says fasting causes heart disease, and it's already been, that research has been shredded. It's garbage. So autophagy, which is a fancy word for your body is using cells it doesn't need or parts of the cells. So fasting will do that. There's a guy out there that did a study. He was like well over 400 pounds, and they had him medically fast for a year, and all they gave him was electrolytes. He did not eat food for 1 year.
Wait, what?
He did not eat food for 1 year. He got electrolytes and water and I think it was in Scotland. Doctors checked him, didn't eat food for 1 year.
I do remember this study now.
He came back at a very normal looking 100. I think he reached like low as 185 pounds. And I think he balanced out at somewhere like 190 something. So he essentially lost 200 pounds. Mm. No loose skin. Mm. So what happens is when you fast, your body can actually cannibalize up some of those collagens and that you lose skin and get rid of it if you're doing things right. So fasting will help with that, and then we already talked about the other ones.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's probably a good little disclaimer to say that no one should be fasting for a year.
No, that's why I said medically.
No, right.
If you're there's a right way and a wrong way to fast.
To
so if anybody has fasting specific questions, reach out. You definitely don't want to just, read an article,
get a wild hair,
listen to some influencer that doesn't know what they're talking about and start fasting.
Yes, no.
But fasting works for some people. My stepdad spent most of his life 300 plus pounds, really 320, 350. And he has been maintaining at about 250 pounds. And he fasts about 3 to 5 times a week. Mm-hmm. And he feels great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
yep.
That's all that. So there you go, Alex, fasting. And if you want to dive into a little bit more or the supplementation, we can make that personalized for you.
Yes. All right. Oh my gosh, that was it.
That's it. We got it to under 20 minutes.
Under 20?
High five.
All right, high five. Do you have anything else, though, that we were going to say?
Nope. That's really it.
Oh. I thought we were earlier this week saying, oh gosh, we should talk about this.
Don't remember.
I don't know.
If I didn't write it down, it didn't happen.
Okie dokie. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. We will talk to you soon.
Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.